Hi all, in this video, I'd like to explain why Meta is losing a lot of money on their VR and Metaverse division, the Reality Labs. How many of you are actually enjoying your goggles and keep going back for them? How many people keep using their Oculus Quest goggles since they first purchased them? Just be honest. Okay, this video will get technical, so if you really want to learn something today, please watch patiently till the end. Let's take a close look at Meta as an example. After the tech giant changed their company name from Facebook and made a worldwide declaration as a metaverse company, they had set themselves as the leader in the space. However, despite pouring billions of dollars into R&D and production, what results have we seen so far? Back in June, Mark Zuckerberg announced 4 VR prototypes to the public, namely Butterscotch, Starburst, HoloCake 2, and Mirror Lake. I was frankly disappointed to find out what they were all about. As a global metaverse leader, Meta has decided to pour all its resources to over-obsess on just one thing: vision perfection. This is not enough. Meta's 4 VR prototypes completely missed the point in setting the industry standards. In order to achieve a full immersive quality in the metaverse, technology leaders must not neglect the other senses: auditory, touch, smell, and vestibular sense. I believe that as an industry, we need to focus on creating a virtual reality that is as indistinguishable as possible from the physical reality for all metaverse 5 senses. Only then, the metaverse will become irresistibly compelling to the masses. First off, focusing too much on the quality of the visuals is not even realistic for Meta to pull off. Their prototypes cannot be commercialized easily, and certainly they will not be ready within a 5 years time window. As a metaverse engineer, I personally cannot imagine how to achieve perfect vision with just a single headset. The headset will become very heavy to accommodate all the necessary computing load. Imagine if the retina level resolution for Meta headset upgrades from 2K to 8K, supports high HDR, and has refresh rate from 90Hz to 120Hz or more. In order to offer all the qualities above, the headset will require 4 NVIDIA 3090 Ti GPU to run, with a noise level similar to an aircraft. How terrifying! Most likely, the weight of such a device will amount up to 40 kilograms, and it will require a huge power consumption. This is simply not an acceptable solution, period. Meta seems confident that they will be able to deliver lightweight pancake lens products that resemble glasses more than chunky headsets. Their HoloCake 2 and Mirror Lake look seductively sleek and compact, but I'm not holding my breath awaiting their arrival. Even Meta themselves admitted in their June announcement that none of the prototypes will be ready in years' time, and Meta did not provide any details regarding cost, timeline, or projected challenges they must overcome before they can deliver this to the market. So why did Meta announce something that will not be fully ready in years? It's possible that they were trying to get ahead of other competitors like Apple, hoping to be able to point to these prototypes as proof that they did it first, as other players roll out similar technology. It is also possible that this announcement is a promise of Meta to the public, which is an action to boost their stock prices. Although the commercial viability of the products disclosed will not be ready in the near future, the concept will stoke the imagination of the market, which will help push the stock prices up. As an international metaverse leader, Meta should not trick the industry with their gimmicks. When all other metaverse companies look up to Meta as the leader, their neglect on all these user experience pain points will misguide many emerging companies. I'm wondering why Zuckerberg is not pushing in all the right directions, having so much capital as he has. To me, I have seen the clear roadmap to achieve profitability that I have proven successfully with my startup STEPVR. First, we created disruptive VR terminals that can engage the 5 senses in the metaverse. Second, we figured out how to build the infrastructure and ecosystem needed to pave the way for mass user adoption. And third, we created profitable and sustainable business models to attest to market demand. Elon Musk successfully did that with electric cars. When he first started, people had minimal conception on what it means to be fully living in a world where electric cars are ubiquitous. Elon has gone all out in investing in the infrastructure and the logistics of charging systems and battery storage. Why hasn't Zuckerberg done the same? Right now, all his actions seem to only create whimsical gadgets that only a segment of consumers in the market will purchase out of curiosity. My guess is this is because it is very challenging for an established social media tech giant to revolutionize its business model. For example, pushing to scale free-roam VR experiences will mean opening physical stores and rerouting VR experience from a mobile to a PC structure that requires more logistical challenges to set up. Imagine having to slash the budget on running Facebook in order to push in this direction. Moreover, a machine that restores the vestibular sense will often cost more than $2,000, like STEPVR Metaverse Portal's Gates 01. Hence, the number of users targeted will no longer initially be in the tens of millions as the current size of their Oculus market. By the way, despite tens of millions users, Meta has yet to release a report on how long users still use their Oculus Quest goggles after the purchase. If they choose to open physical stores and launch disruptive VR terminals, the early adopters will only number in the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, which will not bring in the fastest and easiest revenue back to Meta. I can imagine that Meta's managers are unlikely to make such recommendations and reports, and the board of directors and investors are unlikely to approve cutting their overall profits in order to grow in the long run. However, Meta is the world's leading company in the metaverse, so their every move affects the industry and sets the direction of technological development of many other companies. Just like Apple back when they first launched iPhone 1, they had created a disruptive smartphone concept that altered users' behavior permanently and became the global standard for other smartphone producers. Likewise, in order to lead the industry, Meta should create a product just like the first iPhone. Not a visual camouflage, but a real delivery.